Welcome to Tara Talking, the podcast that's named after the blog that's just me, telling stories to offer help, healing, and hope as you journey into your passionate, purposeful, and prosperous life. Thanks for coming along on the ride, and now on to today's topic. What I wanted to come in here and talk about tonight. I heard these words earlier today, and it's just, you know that sometimes like you just get something like stuck in your brain and it feels like it's just rattling around, and your mind is busy trying to put it in whatever folder it's supposed to go in, whatever box it's supposed to be in. And that's how it's been with these words, with release, resistance. Release, resistance. And it sounds nice, right? It rolls off the tongue really easily. And it just hit me like right between the eyeballs that sometimes we're walking around a problem and we're trying to bust through this problem. We're trying to force it open, this door that it's like, this is my door. I'm supposed to be here. I have the ticket. This is it. I've been waiting for this door to open and it's just not opening. I know it's mine. I know it's meant for me. You can do all the mindset work around it. But when we are hit with something like this concept, that just the way that it was tonight, it was like, oh, maybe it's not up to me to be forcing this door open or trying to pull it shut. It is my job simply to release the resistance. Any resistance that's in me that's making this door not open. Because when you release something, when you open up your hand from gripping so tightly to whatever it is, whether it's a dream or a goal or a relationship or a job that you're trying to force to work, when we're gripping onto something so tightly, we cannot receive anything else. When your hands are open and you can catch whatever it is that's meant for you, so much can fall into your hands. Abundance can wash over you in a wave, and you can stick your hands out and say, yes, I am here for this. I receive this because I've released my resistance, my hold on anything that wasn't meant for me, anything that wasn't the right door. Even if I think it is, maybe that's not what the universe and God and source, whatever you call it, however you best resonate with that idea that there's something else out there that is in charge of this spinning ball of gases that we're on, hurtling through the universe. When you can release your hold on something so tightly and just allow, it shifts your entire viewpoints. And it just, when I started chewing through this, okay, release my resistance, not just any resistance that might be up at the surface, but really truly be able to face and let go of anything in me that is resisting, anything in me that is trying to hold on to something that is not meant for me. There used to be this TV show, and I'm really going to show my age here because this show is really, really old. And my brother and I used to watch this pretty religiously. And it was, I don't even remember the name of it. One time I found a clip of it on YouTube and I was like overjoyed. But basically it was like the Newlywed Game, except for brothers and sisters. So the brothers and sisters would ask questions and answer questions about each other. So like the sisters would all go into a quiet room and the host would ask them, what's your sister's favorite cereal? And they would be like, whatever, Lucky Charms. And the sister would come back out and she would be like, oh my gosh, my favorite cereal is actually Fruit Loops. So they would get points for answering questions right about their brother and sister. And then they had like these different levels of competitions to kind of narrow down the field until it got to the final couple, or brother and sister. And they got to go on this like pyramid of toys and electronics. And it was like the pinnacle of awesome to me and my brother. Like, we were always like, okay, dude, if we get it, always go for like the third item. I don't care what it is. We'll sell it. We'll get something better for it, but pick the items. Because what would happen is the brother would go and pick his best toys, and then the sister would go and pick hers, and they had like two sides of this pyramid, and then they switched sides and they had to go pick and any toy that they matched. So like if the brother had picked a bike and the sister came through and she picked that same bike for the brother, then they would get that bike and they would get two of everything. So we were always like having this plan of, you know, like if we get on this show, this is our game plan, you know, we're going to make sure that we match each other's. But there were some brothers and sisters who just could not get their crap together. And I promise the story has a point. They just couldn't get it together. And you're sitting there at home having the ability to see, you know, both sides. You can see the final outcome and you're yelling at the TV, no, pick this, let go of that thing. Don't go back to that thing. And I feel sometimes like that is how our angels can see us. They can say, let go of that thing. Something really awesome is right around the corner. The right thing is coming up for you. I know you think that's right, but I promise you it's not right. It's not as right as the next thing. So release your hold on something. Release your resistance to the idea that something else is coming up and allow even better things to come in. And so that's where I hope that if you are in this group and you have said yes to yourself for this challenge, that you watch today's video. We're just kind of laying the groundwork on day one here, because again, 10 days is a pretty good amount of time to really start feeling into shifting some things for yourself. In that video, I talk about the fact that transformation can occur in mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional areas. And that really when you can cause shifts and changes in all four of those areas, you start to transform. You start to go from where you feel stuck or where you are, currently at, just at your gut level honest. You start to go from where you're at to where it is that you want to be. And that's the transformation that can occur when you start to make changes in all four of these areas. So that is my hope with this 10-day challenge, that in 10 days, you start to really feel into some of these shifts, some of these transformations, so that you can continue carrying on that good work. And of course, obviously, I'm here to support you past that 10 days. I love coming into the group on granted, someday I'm going to get my crap together and have it be not almost midnight. But I'm here to support you with just the free content, with sharing everything that I've learned over the past few years with you in an attempt to have it be like a roadblock of sorts to help you not go down some of the long, windy paths that I went down, because I wish that I had a mentor who could kind of say like, listen, you need to do this, you need to do this. And I was so blessed. I had some very good friends who were willing to have some of those deep, honest conversations with me. And now that's what I want to be for so many other women who, we as women, and I'm doing my talk about this on Saturday at the She Talks event in Nashville. We have all of these freedoms now that our grandmothers didn't have. 100 years ago, women were still fighting for the 19th Amendment to be able to vote, to be able to have an equal voice. And we have everything that as women we've been fighting for, equality and freedoms and opportunities. And yet we are so much more stressed. We are so much more oppressed by our own expectations, our own responsibilities, our own restrictions that we put on ourselves. And that's where I am so passionate about providing resources and support and help to help you realize, put all of that heavy stuff down. It is not yours to carry. You are afforded the opportunities, the equalities, the freedoms to be and do and have whatever it is that you dream of, whatever it is that you imagine for your life to be and become, for you to be and become. You have the opportunity to do all of that. but we build these prison walls for ourselves of our own expectations and our own hurts and our own, holding on to and restricting ourselves from being in that place of paradise. So that is just a piece of my heart tonight for you. I hope that whoever needs to watch this watches it and has the ears to hear and knows that it is meant for them and knows that it is about taking the next step. So the challenge started today. I posted the video probably 2 or 3 hours ago. None of this is going to make sense because everything gets all jumbled up in the group, but it is a video of me wearing the same outfit, glasses, black shirt. And I named it Day One. That is the Day One video. It's about 10 minutes long. It was not posting, so I couldn't go in and add the homework underneath it. And it was certainly not posting to the units like it was supposed to, but we're going to figure it out, right? Like, it's not the end of the world. So that is the Day One homework and challenge for you. Again, the Mindset Motivation course is going to be up this weekend at some point. And that is another way for you to start really delving into where is your mindset? Where are some of these places where you need to release resistance? And how can you start to do that? And how can the releasing allow for the abundance? So shifting from, this place of pain and frustration and stuckness into the joy and amazing, abundant, prosperity, all of these good things that you want to call in for yourself. So that's the mindful motivation. Again, if you want it, send me a message at the $55 price. If you're willing to, go forward with saying, yes, I know this is my next step. And, you can get it at the $55 price before it goes live. And then the last thing is, if you are feeling a call to be in my C3Q, which is Clarity Confident Cash Queen, which is just really a lifestyle, all around, group coaching program that I'm launching or starting in February. I've launched it before. I've gone through it with some women and I've kind of tweaked it and it's going to be a bigger, more expansive program to help you get that expansiveness. That's going to be launching in February. I'm going to be opening up the spots. I keep it small specifically so that I can hold space and energy for each of you, with as much effort and just my own personal, eyeballs on what your goals are and where you want to be and where you're going. So that's the group coaching program. Again, I'll be opening up those spots probably next Monday or Tuesday. I expect that they're going to go fast. So if that is at all something that you feel a call to as well, just wanting more of that, just a higher level of support from me specific to you and where you're going and what you're doing. I'll have the details up about that this weekend as well. So that is my ramble for tonight. I sincerely hope that this message, like I said, gets to the heart of whoever it is that needs to hear it. And I am so excited to see where we're going to all go within the next 10 days, where we're going to be making some of these shifts and starting to really open up the expansive energy of receiving and allowing the abundance that is absolutely meant for us. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all of you who continue to share the group with your friends and family and invite them in. I am so honored that we continue to just pull in new beautiful souls into this group every day. So keep that up. Let me know if I can be of service to you in any way. My calendar is currently, I need to take it down and figure it out. But once I put my calendar link back up, you can certainly book in with me just to talk about any of these programs or any other ways that I can help you really move from that prison that we create for ourselves into the paradise of the life that you've always imagined. So that's it. I'm gonna go finish up my laundry and then try to get in bed at a semi-decent hour. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Thanks again for listening to this episode of Tara Talking. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs as @Tara Talking, that's TERRATALKING, or at my blog, taratalking.com. Your reviews, comments, and shares are always so appreciated. May you prosper well as you live your most passionate, purposeful life this week, and as always, keep on keeping on.